Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to The Bachelor latest news. The Bachelor Season 29's runner-up Litia Gare was in total shock when lead Grant Ellis chose not to propose to her in his season finale. It was a total blow to the Soda Springs, Idaho native, who later claimed that Grant had made promises to her in private that suggested she would be the one getting the Neil Lane diamond ring. Now that the series is over and Grant is fully committed to his choice, Newton, Massachusetts native, Juliana Pasquarosa, he's even moving to Boston to be with her. What has Litia been up to? After airing out her grievances on the After the Final Rose special, has Litia moved on from the reality TV show and from Grant? There is always heartbreak on a reality show like The Bachelor, and unfortunately, it happened to runner-up Litia Gare, who admitted to being totally blindsided by Grant Ellis' decision not to give her his final rose. However, now that Season 29 has wrapped up and Grant and Juliana Pasquarosa are continuing their love story, what has Litia been up to? Before Litia headed to The Bachelor's mansion, she was working as a venture capitalist for Pillion Venture Partners, a job she had held since 2016. She is an incredibly hard worker, and it appears that after she had to say goodbye to Grant during the finale in the Dominican Republic, she returned to her normal life. A TikTok that Litia posted in April shows her poking fun at the fact that her job is not as fun as other Season 29 contestants, like Parisa Shifte and Alex Godin. Besides being back to work, Litia also found a few close friends during her time on The Bachelor. After the show ended, she linked up with contestants Alex, Parisa, Serafina Watkins, and Dina Lupancu to attend an event for the 818 tequila brand, owned by Kendall Jenner, in late March, which she posted on Instagram. In another Instagram post by Dina, the women hung out again in April. This time, Dina, Litia, Parisa, and Serafina posed together after grabbing dinner in Chicago. The ladies appeared to have had a great time together, taking plenty of mirror selfies in the bathroom of the restaurant and going to a club to dance the night away right after. Interestingly, Litia still has photos with Grant during their The Bachelor experience together on her Instagram. While she may be too busy to go through them all and remove them, she has posted a TikTok making fun of her Bachelor finale in which she told Grant, "Come on now," after Grant told her he hoped she didn't look at him differently when he gave her the bad news. In a TikTok, Litia is seen with a friend lip-syncing to Ariana Grande's "Let Me Love You." The lyrics seem to address her feelings after her split from Grant. "I just broke up with my ex / now I'm out here single. I don't really know what's next / but I ain't even trippin', I'ma chill and sit back." She captioned her post, "Come on now." Litia and Grant had an instant connection during their time on the show. Before the season finale, he told Litia that he loved her and could even see her as "my wife." "I think the maturity that you bring is big. I like the ground that you stand on, and I know where your priorities are, and I know what's important to you. It's what you are on the inside that I can see myself with you, and see you as my wife because I do love you." Litia claimed during her appearance at the After the Final Rose special that Grant had made several promises to her in private that made her assume she would be given his final rose and an engagement ring. Speaking to host Jesse Palmer, Litia shared, "I remember saying goodbye to him and saying, 'Oh my gosh, we are getting engaged tomorrow.' And he said, 'I know, I can't wait. I love you. I love you. I love you.' Those were the last words that he said to me before I walked up there. So it was a shock." Before her Bachelor journey, Litia shared 3 fun facts about herself. Additionally, Grant allegedly told Litia she was his "no" one emotional connection and had previously told her he would stop the show early if he could because she was it for him. When Litia headed home after Grant broke her heart, she shared, "The switch-up is crazy. I'm disappointed. I just want to be so clear that I'm confused and I'm sad. And I'm mad." Grant was conflicted between Litia and Juliana in his finale, whom he both dropped the L-bomb on. In the end, Grant chose Juliana, having shared in an Us Weekly interview that the realization that he wanted to marry Juliana instead of Litia also had a lot to do with hometown dates, and whose family he would fit with more. After Juliana won over Grant's heart on The Bachelor, the Massachusetts native did not get the support she thought she'd receive from the other women on the show. Speaking on the Viall Files podcast, she shared, "I think when we finished filming, and we kinda came back to regular day life, it took me a minute to start engaging with the girls again, and just some things that have come up from that. I've seen the reality of it." Juliana expressed that she was surprised that contestants she thought she became close to on the show didn't reach out to her. She had also learned that during the After the Final Rose special, most of the women came to support Litia. In their same conversation, Juliana also revealed that she was hurt by Litia and the things that transpired after the show concluded. "I think we've talked between filming, and even when this whole show was airing, I did my best to check in with her. I thought there was a good relationship, but it seems like actions since AFR moving forward have not been the kindest, and that took me by surprise, and my feelings were hurt by it for sure," Juliana shared. Less than a month after a scathing expose that targeted The Bachelor showrunners Claire Freeland and Bennett Graebner for fostering a toxic work environment, the duo are departing the hit ABC reality franchise. The announcement comes from Deadline, which published a piece on February 21 revealing allegations against the pair. The two had stepped up to co-run the veteran franchise in 2023, replacing Mike Fleiss, who left after an investigation over allegations of workplace misconduct allegations. Freeland, who had previously been the showrunner of the Canadian version of The Bachelor. Graebner, who has worked on the franchise since 2008, and Jason Ehrlich, who had been involved with the show for over 20 years, were expected to be the trio to not only continue running the franchise into its third decade, but also move it into a new phase in the reality TV universe. Ehrlich departed the show at the beginning of 2024. The Deadline article includes reports from a number of current and former employees of the ABC series about hostile and toxic situations behind the scenes. One source outright said, "It's a dumpster fire right now." The dismissal of Freeland and Graebner is the latest in a series of major changes that leave the ABC juggernaut in flux. In January 2025, it was announced The Bachelorette is on an indefinite hiatus, skipping its typical summer cycle for the first time in almost 20 years. On February 12, 5 days after the announcement went public, staff assigned to work on the series were brought in and told they wouldn't be returning to the franchise. That leaves the jobs of over 200 people in the lurch, including veterans who had been working on rose ceremonies for decades. One of the most notable critiques of the new showrunners was their exclusivity. Allegedly, other staff members found themselves closed out of meetings by the two. Some accused them of undermining the work of longtime producers, passive-aggressively criticizing their work, and have ignored senior members of the production team. "My clients are well-respected professionals with a long history in this business," Michael Weinstein, counsel for Claire Freeland and Bennett Graebner, told Deadline in a statement. "They are frankly stunned and saddened by some of the things they are hearing now for the first time." With Grant Ellis' season of The Bachelor approaching its end soon, all eyes are on Bachelor in Paradise. The spin-off is returning this summer for season 10 and will sport a brand new showrunner and production team. It remains to be seen if ABC will take a similar clean slate approach to the Bachelorverse in general following the departure of Freeland and Graebner. While The Bachelor's Juliana Pasquarosa and Litia Gare maintained a strong friendship leading up to the season finale, everything changed when lead Grant Ellis proposed to Juliana. Grant entered the competition with one goal: to find his wife and the mother of his kids. His 25 contestants were similarly eager to find love. Grant's season has been emotional as he was the first Bachelor lead announced before applications opened. All of the women had strong intentions to secure a future with Grant. Unfortunately, this dynamic led to tension and several fallouts. Grant shared chemistry with multiple contestants on The Bachelor season 29, and his indecision made eliminations quite painful. Many of the eliminated women felt that Grant was in love, or at least approaching that stage in their relationship. The most severe case of whiplash happened to runner-up Litia Gare. The lead continuously validated Litia and told her she would be the one. When Grant chose Juliana, her relationship with the season's winner soured. Juliana was left feeling cast out and even bullied. Juliana should not be punished for Grant's time with Litia, assuring her that he loved her and felt prepared for their future. Subsequently, during her rejection, Litia took some shots at Grant and Juliana. While Grant's actions were arguably manipulative, her comments regarding his relationship with Juliana were uncalled for. She seemed to be acting out of resentment. Juliana did nothing to deserve the petty attacks. First, Litia indicated that Juliana should second-guess Grant's intentions by stating, "I would have a lot of questions if I were her, from the things that you've said to me." Juliana wasn't happy to hear her name brought up during the moment, as she was not involved in this decision. Litia went on to make an especially biting comment regarding her love story. This remark was malicious. Litia is directly insulting Juliana's relationship with Grant. While her frustrations are valid, she doesn't need to imply that Grant doesn't fully love Juliana. Juliana was heartbroken to hear these comments since she wanted to maintain friendships with her co-stars. Juliana hoped she and the other women could stay in contact post-filming. She and Litia, as the final two contestants, spent the most time together. This bonding and their budding friendship rapidly declined as Litia pulled away and insulted Juliana's relationship. In an interview on the Viall Files podcast, Juliana spoke about her disappointment in her damaged relationship with Litia. Juliana remarked, "I thought there was a good relationship, but it seems like actions since AFR and moving forward have not been the kindest." Unfortunately, her relationships with the other contestants have been similarly strained. When Juliana reached out to the other women and asked whether they would be there for the live finale, I was told that they were coming in support of Litia. This crushed Juliana as she created what she thought would be lasting friendships. Grant's dynamic with Litia ended up unjustly harming Juliana's connections. Litia's comments only hurt her relationships even further. Litia's frustrations and Juliana's damaged relationships with her co-stars are a direct result of Grant's actions. Grant continuously assured Litia that he not only loved her but was also prepared to commit to her. Litia's subsequent anger was valid. However, Litia's frustration should be aimed at Grant rather than Juliana. Her comments were unnecessarily spiteful. Juliana should not have been brought up in the conversation when the focus was on Grant's accountability, not her. While Grant miscommunicated his intentions with Litia, he and Juliana were confident in their commitment. The pair have taken the time to discuss the show's final weeks and Grant's relationship with Litia. Grant and Juliana may have to prove their authenticity to doubting fans, but The Bachelor's latest couple is up for the challenge. They have the potential to make it. This gossip is over. If you like the video, then give your opinion in the comment box and stay with us by subscribing the channel. Thank you.